Good afternoon, and I am your new host, Jacob Homan. This is the Locker Room for Season 3, and to start off this Season 3, I'd like to introduce our special guest here, Kelly Ann and Eli Brand. And to start off this season, we have a special edition episode. I'm going to be talking about the Super Bowl and a few things about that. And so first, I'd like to bring up, for both teams, who do you think will have the biggest impact on the team and why they will, essentially win the game? So first, I'll ask Eli, what do you think about that one?
Well, in order for the Patriots to win, it's going to come down to the main man that it's come down to for the past, feels like 50 years for the Patriots.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Tom Brady. He's going to have to play out of his mind this game. This might be his swan song, so he's going to have to turn in his best performance. I don't think his defense is going to get many stops with the weapons that the Rams have on offense, so I think he's going to have to put up at least 42 or so points. Mm-hmm. But I think another player for the Patriots that not many people are talking about, a lot of people have forgotten, think he's past his prime, is Rob Gronkowski. He has an opportunity every game to have a big impact on the game with the mismatches that he's able to create outside and over the middle, getting big third down catches and getting a lot of touchdown catches in the end zone. A player for the Rams, for them to win, that's going to have to step up is Todd Gurley. He was horrible against the Saints. There's no other way to put it. Yeah. But still, they found a way to pull it out. I think he has a big opportunity to perform well in this game and even get the MVP honors because of one thing, the way that the Patriots play defense. They play man-to-man, they get up to the line, especially on third and longs, and they try to crowd it. He's one of the best pass-catching running backs in the NFL, and he has a really good run-after-catch possibility. So I think if he can get out wide, get the ball with a linebacker or a safety or a nickel on him, he has a good opportunity to get a lot of yards after catch, score a lot of points, and rack up a lot of yards.
Yep, that's the way they play football, the Rams do. But Kelly, what do you think about that?
I agree with Tom Brady. I think he's going to be a huge impact, obviously, for the Patriots, but also Greg Zuerlein, because it's the year of the missed field goal, really. So I think that's going to be huge, especially with him recovering from the foot injury. I think that's going to be a huge point difference.
Yeah, he's got a big leg, too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
to win it last game.
Right. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a touchdown for touchdown, and I think that the field goals are really going to make a huge difference in the game as a whole. And then Rams, their defense, it could be better, but I agree with the offense. Offense is going to be a huge deal because the Patriots really need to step up on their defensive end, especially looking at this whole season.
Yeah, well, talking about that, what do you guys think, or who do you think your pick is for the game, and essentially the score, what the outcome will be? So first, go with you, Kelly.
MVP, obviously, if Patriots wins, going to be Tom Brady. Obviously, that's just tradition. The quarterback's probably going to get it. And then the same goes for the Rams with Jeff Goff. It's going to be the same thing. And then winner, honestly, I think the Rams have a good chance. I think the Rams could pull it out, but I only think they'll win by 2. I don't think they're going to win by a huge match. I think it's going to be touchdown, and it's going to be a close one, I think.
So there'll at least be 6 or 7 touchdowns probably.
Oh, at least. Yeah. At least. Yeah, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think it'll be pretty close.
Okay. What about you, Eli?
The best way, in my opinion, to make predictions, especially in big games like this, is to look at the matchups within the matchup. Mm-hmm. And that's the defense versus the defensive line versus the offensive line, the secondary versus the wide receiver core, the quarterback versus the quarterback, obviously, and who has the best running back. When you look at it like that, the Rams have a dominant defensive line.
Yep.
They could beat just about any offensive line in the NFL. They can definitely beat the Patriots. They have one of the best secondaries. They have Aqib Talib and a few other guys back there that can shut down a lot of wide receivers, while the Patriots have a lot of mediocre at best wide receivers, and they're playing for them, going out trying to catch the ball and score a lot of points. Patriots don't have any big-name running backs. The Rams are sitting there with Todd Gurley, one of the best in the game. Mm-hmm. And when you look at it on paper like that, matchup for matchup, you should see Brandon Cooks, guys like that, be able to run past the secondary of the Patriots, especially if they're playing man-to-man. Those guys are just too fast to be able to get up on the line and get to them.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, at the end of the day, there are 2 matchups that are going to be able to help decide this game, and they're the 2 biggest matchups in the game. And that's going to be the head coach, and that's going to be the quarterback. Mm-hmm. And when it comes down to it, the Patriots have the best 2 people to ever do that in the history of football, regardless of whatever you look at, whatever era, whatever comparisons you make. And I think that is what's going to be the difference, especially with the loss in the Super Bowl last year. They want to avenge it. This might be the last game they ever coach or play quarterback in. So I think that at the end of the day, the Patriots are going to come out with a 42-38 victory in Super Bowl 43.
Wow, that would sure be a good score for that. Yeah, for sure. But I actually have to go with the Rams on this one. I think it will come down though to Aaron Donald and Dominican Sue and that whole defensive line with Brady. I think that's the key for the Rams win if they want to win this game specifically. But I think the final score, I'll say LA 27-24. And to close out the final segment of the show, I have a couple of Super Bowl trivia questions. And I'm going to go ahead and ask you first, Eli.
Okay.
So what Super Bowl champion franchise has endured the longest drought since their last Super Bowl win?
Okay.
The New York Jets, the Chicago Bears, the San Francisco 49ers, or the Green Bay Packers?
The Packers won it recently. The
Yeah.
Bears won it in '85. Who were the other ones? The Jets and who?
San Francisco.
Didn't the Jets win like Super Bowl II or something? I think it's the Jets.
Yeah, it was Super,
Okay.
Super Bowl III.
Okay.
The game Joe Namath was MVP.
Uh-huh.
And Kelly.
Oh, so he got it right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He got it right.
Okay. Oh, no. The pressure's on.
That's all right. So what was the first wild card team to win a Super Bowl?
There's no options?
The Redskins,
Okay.
the Bears, the Jets, or the Raiders?
I'm going to say the Bears. No?
No.
You're Tom from the control room throwing
Raiders?
answers out here trying to give it away.
Is it the Raiders? Was he right?
Yeah, it is the
Oh,
Raiders.
it is the Raiders.
dang.
In 1980, they beat Philadelphia, actually,
Oh.
27-10.
How many
Okay,
questions do you
That's
have?
me.
What do you mean? Huh?
Is this one more question?
Yeah, just-
okay, this is the
just-
So you
tiebreaker.
already-
Let us
you
both answer
already
this
won.
one.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right. So for both of you,
Mm-hmm.
this quarterback holds the record for most passing touchdowns in the Super Bowl with 6. And your options are Jim Kelly, Joe Montana, Steve Young, or Troy Aikman.
I feel like Steve Young's too much of a runner to throw too many touchdown passes.
I think it's Joe Montana.
I think it's Joe Montana too, but just
See-
because I don't want to end in a tie, I'm going to say Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly.
Actually, I'm going to switch to Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman.
so
That was my
Aikman,
second choice.
I'm switching to Troy
Aikman and
Aikman.
Montana.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, both of you were incorrect.
Better not be Kelly.
It was Steve Young, actually.
What?
Interesting.
Yeah, Steve Young and his win, I believe it was against Cincinnati, I want to say. If it wasn't Cincinnati, I think it was the Chargers they beat. Like
Wow.
55-10.
Jerry Rice on that team.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably why.
Mhm.
That would make
That's
sense.
your. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that wraps up our show today. Once again, thank you guys for coming to my show. And I will hopefully, well, you definitely will see me next week, but have a good one.